No. What is an in knock?
They're knocking,
Yeah, what is that?
going and knocking on a door and running.
But why is it knocking?
That's what.
Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't, no. Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't Asian knocking? Why isn't some other knocking? Why is it called that?
No, that's just the way they say it.
No, that's the way you say it.
This isn't just a plea hearing, it's a racist meltdown in open court. She pleads no contest to assault, then explodes at the black judge. Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't it Asian knocking? Why is it called, beep, knocking? Judge Boyd stares her down. You're the one who said it. Explain why you're calling it that. Lost her son to murder. Lost her fiancé. Lost her job. Now she's losing her mind, live on the record. This courtroom just went full Karen.
Hi, okay, so what is happening with this case?
We turned in our plea paperwork, Your Honor.
Yes. And are you all ready to proceed? Let me. That always brightens the day. And then her son is graduating the academy. I'm like, oh. All right, could I have a file stamp for a plea, please?
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
Gotta get back into the.
The court is calling 2025 CR 001146 State versus Cynthia Diano. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Defendant for the state of Texas.
Your Honor, Jeffrey Martinez for defendant.
And are you Cynthia Diano?
Yes,
How do you pronounce your last name?
Deanna.
I got it right. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Diano, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision or Deferred Adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes,
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, state will be reducing this charge to a misdemeanor DEI, and we'll proceed with that charge.
Any objection?
No.
Deputy Laura, Deputy Mejia, can you move them to that other end? All right, we're back on the record. Ms. Diano, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
yes,
Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault bodily injury as a Class A misdemeanor? Range of punishment is anywhere from up to a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Oh, you didn't understand that part? Well, so let me explain to you. And then if you don't understand, let me know. I'll help you and your attorney discuss it. So you're entering into a plea bargain agreement with the state. You understand that part? Whatever agreement that you have worked out with the state, I don't have to follow that agreement. So let's hypothetically say they want you to have probation. If I were to tell you, I'm not going to give you probation, I'm sending you to jail, then you can withdraw your plea.
okay,
Because I have not followed your plea bargain agreement. Now, the conditions for the plea bargain agreement, that's something the court gets to decide. You understand? So if for some reason I don't follow your plea bargain agreement and I try to give you more than what you've bargained for, then you get to withdraw your plea. And it can't be used against you if you decide to go to jury trial. You understand? And by that same token, if I don't follow your plea, then what can end up happening if you withdraw your plea, then the state can say, okay, we're going to have to go to jury trial. We're going to go to jury trial. And maybe they won't be going to jury trial on a Class A misdemeanor. They'll be going to trial on the injury to the elderly. Not maybe, that's what they'd have to do. You understand? All right. Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
yes,
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into this plea bargain agreement?
yes,
All right. Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason you were to violate your conditions of probation, I could revoke you and sentence you up to 1 year in the Bear County Jail. Did you understand?
Yes, I do.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Ms. Deano, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes,
Are you a U.S. citizen? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes,
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury. There's a $500 fine. The state is recommending deferred adjudication, and there's no contact with several people. And there's a Samantha with a question mark by it.
I to go off record real quick. Ms. Jones prepared this. I don't know why I did that.
Did you understand that to be your plea bargain agreement?
yeah, but that lady actually has already assaulted me twice at my.
All right, so here's the thing. The only thing I'm looking at today is once I've gone over the admonishments for you and what your rights are, then what will end up happening is the state will present evidence, and then I'll make a decision on whether or not that evidence is sufficient to find you guilty. If I find that the evidence is not sufficient to find you guilty, then I'm going to find you not guilty and say that the state didn't prove its case. However, if there's something else going on between you and this other person, that is not before this court today. That's something else. So what I've just read to you, did you understand that to be the plea? Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
That is a plea.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Counsel, there been such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 6 months. There be 30 hours of community service restitution, TAP evaluation, follow recommendation, sober meetings, random UAs, and anger management. Did you understand that those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offense of assault, bodily injury as a Class A misdemeanor, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contact.
State any evidence.
Your Honor, this has to say all that. Let me take exhibit one for all of it.
Your Honor, defense has no objection.
All right, and state, have you spoken with the complainant?
Yes, we have.
All right, thank you. State, you may be excused.
Your Honor.
All right, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yeah.
In all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We would like to, Your Honor.
All right, explain to me what's an N knocked? That's in that's in the police report. The officer said suspect 1 stated that victim 1 had N knocked on her door.
Um,
And they
I.
knocked on their door trying
No,
to,
no, I'm asking.
She constantly.
No. What is an N knock?
Nigger knocking,
Yeah, what is that?
going and knocking on a door and running. and
But why
running.
is it nigger knocking?
That's what.
Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't, no. Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't Asian knocking? Why isn't some other knocking? Why is it called
I
that?
don't know, that's just the way they say it. I
No,
mean,
that's the way you say it, because that's what you said.
That's what they, that's basically, I mean, all right. I don't know what else to tell you.
No, I'm just trying to figure out why,
It's
why would
not
you
like
call
a
it
race,
that?
it wasn't to be racist. The kids just kept knocking and knocking on my door, constantly doing that to me. They live upstairs. I did not touch this kid, and I really don't even want to sit here and plead to say that I did.
Oh, you can go, we can have a jury trial.
I don't
But you-
want to do that because he says that's not the best thing to do.
No. Here's the
I
thing.
just I lost a child. My son was 19 years old, was murdered just 2 years ago. I'm under a lot of stress already. You know, so I'm just trying to get out of this and get it as easy as just,
Just what?
I'm just stressed out enough.
Hmm.
All right.
So do you want a jury trial?
No, I don't. I just want to get this over with, do the probation and whatever I have to do.
All right, so what was the
But
race
I
of,
don't understand when you asked me that question. If you knew the
Yeah.
answer to the question.
what is the race of the complainant?
Hispanic.
Hispanic.
Everyone's Hispanic in the instance.
Hmm. And what do you, if I knew the answer, I don't know why you would say that. That's why I'm trying to figure out why you're saying it, because in the police report, they say you were intoxicated. So I'm trying to figure out,
Intoxicated.
that's what it says in the police report. It says suspect stated V had N knocked on her door and she came outside to see who
She snaps at the black judge. Why is it called beep knocking? Why not Caucasian knocking? Then the excuses pour out. Murdered son. Dead fiancé. Lost job. Upstairs neighbors tormenting her. Judge Boyd lays it down. 1 year deferred adjudication. 80 hours community service. Anger management. 60 sober meetings in 60 days. No contact with victims. 1 violation, jail time. When a woman drops the hard NWord repeatedly to a black judge and tries to blame trauma, the judge makes sure she pays. If this kind of raw, shocking courtroom racism hits you hard, like this video. Comment, she really said it to a black judge? Share it. Subscribe, more unfiltered courtroom explosions. More consequences. Right here.